Hello and welcome to my sweaty face and my very 80s Michael Jackson type hair. It is hot in England, if you didn't know. It's currently 26 degrees even though it's 9 PM and I can't cope. Hopefully when this goes up you won't be able to hear the fan, but I've got this cute little fan I got from Amazon for a tenner and it's the only thing keeping me sane right now. I should be able to remove the background noise, but if I can't, I apologise. And if you think I'm talking louder than usual, that's why. I'm trying to project. So, I was gone a little longer than I intended between my last video and this one, and that's because, as you might have seen on my Instagram, I had another allergic reaction. So, my face is all cleared up. Don't think you can see the remnants anymore. There's just like some discoloration here where I had like the weird rash that came with it. But yeah, it's cleared up even since my last video, because in my last video I did talk about the allergic reaction. But anyway, so today I'm going to use the palette which I'm giving away. You should have seen the details by now if you haven't, and watched my last video. And if you haven't seen my Instagram post, I just posted tonight about it. And get on my Instagram page and follow me and you'd know. So, as you'll know from the title, I'm doing the new Tropical Twilight palette by Tammi with Revolution. So, look at this. This is her old palette, right? I've still got it. It's great. I actually haven't used this for ages, but I've got a billion palettes right now. Hang on. So yeah, this was the Tropical Carnival. Colours are very tropical, very carnival vibes at least. And oh, the purple's got everywhere. It's super colourful, very bright, very lovely. This was great. I think this was just £10. And there is, hang on, 3 by 6, 18 colours in there. For a second I thought, if it, oh yeah, it says on here 18 times blah blah. I didn't even have to try to do math. I'm going to put that away for safekeeping. And this one, as you can see, is much bigger. This is 28. That's a whole 10 more colours than last time. If this isn't giving you vacation vibes, nothing will. So let's have a look at the colours. Little less vibrant than last time because this is more like dusk evening type, I would say. There's obviously some colours that are very bright. Look at like that green there. Hang on, how vibrant is that? And that light blue underneath. Big mirror. I'm just gonna dive in and do a look. Right, eyeshadow primer. I've got a new one to try. I've been watching Robert Welsh because my sister Helen has, I think I mentioned this before, she's been telling me to subscribe, and I did this quarantine and I don't know why I didn't watch it sooner, like watch him sooner, especially like the first time when she said, I should have checked him out immediately, but I'm subscribed to like nearly 400 channels now. It's hard to keep up. But yeah, he recommended this eyeshadow primer, Sigma. This is a bit on the pricey side. I'll add the price at the bottom. I think I got this one from Beauty Bay. Wait, where's my handheld mirror? I knew I was going to forget something. Oh. Right. I've blotted my eyes again, my lids, before doing this. He's got very oily skin, Robert, and he recommends this, so I've got really oily lids as well. Let me just, I feel like I need to blot them again. It's just, I'm so hot, and for some reason the spare room is in this house at the flat that we lived in before here. The Sperry was always really hot too. Right, do this eye first. The colour is called Persuade. This is very light. Just even in the last week, I went outside for just an hour. I had SPF 50 on, but I didn't put it on before. You're supposed to put your sunscreen on about 20 minutes to half an hour before you get outside, because it has to like create the barrier to protect your skin. So it takes a while to do what it needs to do. But like even with sun protection, I still tan. But my face has ended up going like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like quite a lot darker than it usually is. What used to be? Oh, got tissue there. Anyway, blended this in with my fingers. I like this because it blends easily, and I like it's mattifying, and I like it's coloured, so like it'll, you know, really cover any, not just darkness, but some you know, veins or discoloration. It reminds me a little bit like, it's like a stick version of the matte Pro Long White paint pot. It's nice and tacky. Let's dive in. Should I do green? I mean, I'm going to have to do something to incorporate this starlight colour, because that is fabulous. Look at that as well. Does this not remind you of the Wizard of Oz, of the Ruby slippers? I was going to say Ruby's slippers, but that's not her name. Can't think of her name. Dorothy, that's it. How did I forget? Okay, I got my brushes. Oh, it's just, I hate choosing. Let's go with this colour Sunrise. What I'll do is I'll do a swatch when I finished on my arm, and then I'll insert it into the video. But you know, you can find lots of swatch videos, I'm sure, around and stuff and stuff. Wow, that just created like the most beautiful face. And that's going to be my thumbnail. I'm going to use this nice orange colour here. So I contacted the company. Oh, look at that, it's so pigmented. I didn't even tap that hard. That's gonna be good. at that starlight on my finger. Can you see that? There's so much glitter. I'm wondering if I need glitter glue for this. I have no idea. Maybe I should have gone for a little more of a shimmer than one that just looks like a bunch of glitter, but oh well, here we are. Ooh, ooh. Just press that on. Look at that. That's going on so nicely. That just disappeared off my finger, which is great. It's just all transferred straight to my eyelid. I could feel just a couple of flecks going elsewhere. There's a tiny bit on the corner of my nose. It's layering over it, the other layers fantastically. Just a bit in, like, do I bring it just like over the whole lid? Maybe like a tiny bit more. Let's use this mirror. That brown eyeshadow hasn't really transferred off onto this, which is great. So tell me below, what have you bought since the whole corona started? Have you bought makeup? Have you bought skincare? Have you bought clothes? Have you bought nothing because you're a good person? Not a good person, that's not the right word. I was gonna say, at first I was gonna say like a good adult who doesn't waste their money like I do. Nah. I've also joined this website called Hitched because I need to start thinking about, you know, my wedding to Tom. I think it's not going to be for another like year or two, I reckon. Just because if you think about it, everyone who was going to marry this year is probably going to marry next year instead. And it's going to be like, how I see it is like some sort of like a lag. And you know, I don't want to rush. I'm trying to convince myself that I can lose some weight as well. I at least want a flatter stomach. I like flatter, smaller arms as well and a slightly smaller face, but you know, my stomach tends to go down first as well as my face. So that's what I'm concentrating on. I don't necessarily need to be skinny, I just want like a flatter stomach. And it's hard to find nice dresses for plus size brides that don't cost an arm and a leg. But, you know, I'm starting to get the idea of what I like. So I never really thought about it when I was younger. When I met Tom, I was very adamantly, well, not that adamant, but I was like against marriage. I didn't see myself as the marrying type. And Tom was a bit more like, meh, it'll happen or it won't. But I think he was more pro-marriage than I was. And I just love him enough that, you know, I'm not that against it that even though he wants to, I'd be like, no way. I'm gonna get another small brush to do my lower lash line. I'm gonna do it the sunrise orange colour from before. And just line my lower lashes with that. This is a Revolution brush as well, actually. And apparently it's the eyebrow brush. Not anymore. I've got to be gentle with this brush because it actually feels really scratchy. That is coming under there quite nicely. And then got another small brush. This is a BH Cosmetics 107 brush. If you care, then back to that brown tans colour. And I'm just going to layer it on top. That did nothing. Let me try again. I've got some upcoming videos I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I would spend if I had £1,000 to spend at Cult Beauty. What would I buy? I think some other people have done this, but they did Sephora, but we don't have Sephora in the UK. Our nearest one is in France. So, and I find the website's not great. I think it's like the translation is a bit slow and sometimes it doesn't translate everything on the page. And Tom wants to do a video with me. But I think he wants to like be trying food. Right, I'm going to go off camera and do my other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back and as you can see, I did more than just the other eye. Oh, just taking the protective plastic off. Right, so to come with the palette, you get this Paradise Glow, not Paris Glow, which is a face palette. It comes with, this is in medium. It comes in deep as well. I didn't see light. But yeah. So this is Bronze Goddess, Contoured Cutie, Paradise Glow, which is the highlight, Tropical Queen, the blush. So let's get these on my face. More angled brush for the contour. This brush is not clean. I accidentally stabbed the Bronze Goddess. I got a bunch of bronzer stuck under my nails until I go and get actually let me just use a different brush. Until I go get my nail clippers because there's a nail fun in it. Right, so contour cutie. Right. Oh, they're super pigmented. Damn. It's kind of fun though to stamp on my head. I tap this so lightly, but clearly not lightly enough. Just keep stamping my face. Where it should go. There's hardly any there now. Ugh, I have to fix my nose. So I put some eyeliner on. I'm not going to be able to buff out with this brush. Let me take this one. And that was I'm never sure if this is Japanese or Korean. It's very tiny. And I got it in the box that gives me both Japanese and Korean products. Should look it up actually and just find out. but not smart enough to do that apparently. This is such a strong stripe. Oh. Okay. Apparently this sets really quickly, so you better buff fast. Oh no, that's okay. Alright, and I used a new mascara. And this one is definitely a Japanese one. And where is it? Yep. It is called, I think the brand name is Majorca Lash King. Fulfills all your wishes apparently. I didn't find it particularly lengthening, but very volumizing. But I heard lots of good things about it. You know, when I look here, it doesn't look as intense, but looking in the viewfinder, this looks like very horrendous. So, if you get this, be careful. I'm going to get the foundation brush and just stipple some of the foundation over it so it doesn't look so bad. I don't think this colour suits me. I think it looks like a little bit muddy. Let me know what you think. So I'd love some feedback. We take a smidge on this brush because it's a bit uneven. So it's up, not down. Maybe the problem is the foundation though, because the foundation is new also. The foundation is the L'Oreal True Match. It says it's super blendable foundation. Apparently if you use it for 2 weeks, you shouldn't, like, it's got skincare in it as well, so you're supposed to notice some difference in your skin. I've got a bit of foundation on my lips, which is drying them out. I'm just rubbing it quite hard with the cotton bud, or a Q-tip if you're American. I don't know what they call it in Australia. As far as I know, I only have one friend who watches it in Australia. Hi Kristen, if you watch this. The foundation is pretty good. I feel the colour is slightly leaning a little pinker than I'd like. But other than that, it's a really good colour match. Man, I do not like this contour. Wow, that really did not work for me. It's blended really patchy as well, but that could be down to me. I will play with that again and hopefully update you. I'm not sure this colour suits me. It looks really, really muddy on my complexion. I'm not sure. This foundation did not separate my chin at first, but it has now. Well, my chin always looks horrendous. I also not colour corrected. I spot concealed as well to cover up my hyperpigmentation from having acne. It's not yet faded with my glycolic cream because the glycolic acids I normally use because I've been scared of having another reaction. I use the Revolution 16 Hour Wear Conceal and Define Infinite in the colour C10.2. that was quite light. I used the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate under my eyes. It's got hyaluronic acid, medium to full coverage. I found it still kind of dry for under my eyes in the colour C10. I bought C9 as well because I wasn't sure which colour I wanted. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, look at that difference. This is C10, which is very brown, and then very pink and super light C9. Like, the difference is crazy. Right. Like, my favourite bronzer brush. Just hopefully get just a smidge. Let me rub some of that on my arm so it doesn't come out crazy. The Bronze Goddess. I'm definitely more bronzer girl than I am contour now. But when I contoured, I found it just like kind of darkens my complexion a little. It didn't really carve anything out. My face still looked as fat as ever, so I just sort of gave up with it. I like this colour a lot more. I think in general as well I just prefer warmer tones, so bronzer is more suited to me. More suited to my taste. I think that Lottie London brush that I used was really angled was probably the bad choice for this as well. Just take a smidge more bronzer. Though it deposits a lot of colour really quickly onto the skin. I just don't really want to use that anywhere else because I think it just doesn't look good. Like, I think the contours just sort of ruined it. It made it look a bit on the crazy side. But I bet when I'm editing it will look different again because it always looks a little different depending on which lens I'm looking through. Oh. That's such a dry mouth. You'll see in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow, I will try this again and see how it looks. Maybe I'll just put it on my bare skin and see how the contour looks, but I might just have to skip that. Whoa, look at that tropical greenness. Rub some of that on my arm. Who knows, maybe blush will save it. But these are super pigmented, you only need a little bit. Helen, I'm sure you'll probably watch this, so let me know what you think. It'll be good to get your feedback. If you're one person I know who will at least comment. This blush is a really nice colour, but again it's sort of like, it's hard to see the real benefits of it because this dang ugly contour. Just putting a bit of, tiny bit of bronzer under my chin. Hey, do you have to go back to the living room?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you to come and have a look at my face quickly.
Okay, see it.
Alright. The false lashes are E.L.F, and it was so difficult putting it on them. Weirdly, I'm better with lashes when I'm drunk. I just don't wear them that often anymore. Let's get this Paradise Glow. Ooh, 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 that's bright, but that's good. So I want it. I kind of like an orange blush. It really matches the orange of the transition shade that I used. That is highlighting my textures ever so slightly. But I think it's just because I got like sort of a lump there. Like a sort of skin tag. Okay, so my final thoughts quickly. Eyeshadow palette is amazing. The 100% recommend it. It's £20 in the UK. Not sure how much elsewhere. I tried to remember to add that in. This, I have mixed feelings. I feel the contour. Maybe I need to use a Dior fibre brush for that as well. I don't know yet how I feel about it, but it's pigmented. The blush is a beautiful shade. Love the highlight. Unsurprisingly, it's a nice golden colour. I'll add some swatches. Setting spray seems fine. It'll be better to use it during the day. I mean, I'm going to keep this on for a couple of hours probably, even though it's midnight. I won't go to bed till like 5 in the morning anyway. Lip gloss is divine. Concealer is okay. I used a very small amount. It's not as hydrating as I thought it might be, but I was like careful not to touch any foundation under my eyes. The eyeshadow primer I used was great. I like the Infinite concealer one. you can just see that spot here, which is new and that's red. I can't really see the rest. I could see a tiny bit there. I'll write in the description like how long it lasted. You know, by the time I take this off, I'll put an update of how I found it. What else? The powder, I need to check. You know, a bit longer, try another day, but it's probably going to be good. I don't see any glitter elsewhere on my face from the powder. The mascara was pretty good. It's really weird and hairy actually, I forgot to say. I think it's got like